here we go. As always, like and subscribe to the channel. Check us out at Universal Accounting Center. We have elite certifications, top of the line, top coaches. Been around nearly 50 years, right? That speaks for itself. So look, why business owners really tell accountants I need to think about it. You clicked. Here's why, right? Let's talk about it. Well, first of all, grab a pencil and paper. That's the most important thing. What's written is retained. We need to write things down. We're going to talk about a lot of things today. In fact, I would say business owners, accountants. Look, business owners do not say I need to think about it because they need more time, right? Why are they saying it, guys? What's the reason? Why are they saying they need more time? Well, they say it because somewhere in the conversations, that certainty, that fell off, right? And elite accountants know exactly when it dropped. So let's talk about that. Today I'm going to teach you something most accountants never learn, and that's how to read the psychology of hesitation from the business owners. Because boom, by the time someone says I need to think about it, what? The sale was usually lost 10 minutes earlier, 20 minutes earlier, all right? It wasn't lost at the close where most of you think that it happened. You focus on it so much. The reason most accountants struggle with business owners is because they communicate like technicians instead of trusted advisors. You're sitting there, you're going over the services that you have, and that's a big no-no. We talk about that all the time on this channel. First of all, write this down, Module 1. Module 1 is business owners buy emotional certainty first. Well, anyone buys emotional certainty first. That's the thing, right? That's what you got to look for. Business owners live under pressure constantly. So what does that mean? Payroll, taxes, employees, cash flow, stress, responsibility. We know about these things. So when they talk to an accountant, they're subconsciously asking themselves what? Can this person reduce pressure in my life, right? Not can this person reconcile QuickBooks. That's rookie positioning, okay? We can't do things like that. Elite accountants understand their business owners, okay, are emotionally buying what? Write this down. They're emotionally buying the certainty, clarity, the confidence, your leadership and guidance, and the outcome, the transformation of using your services. Okay? Remember, the numbers are the vehicle. The numbers are the ROI. The only time you discuss the numbers and stuff like that is when you should be showing them how much money you're going to save them and make them. Right? It's just common sense to me. So that's the only time. The numbers are the vehicle. That's just what you got to remember. Module 2, let's write this down. The exact moment certainty drops. The exact moment that certainty drops. Look, this is where accountants lose control. The business owner says something emotional like, honestly, I'm behind on everything, or I feel like I'm drowning. And instead of exploring the emotion, the accountant jumps into what? The information. And that's a massive mistake. We can't do things like that. Elite communication means slowing down and deepening the pain, right? Here's an example for you. The business owner is going to say things like, look, I've just been overwhelmed. This is what the average accountant will say right here. Yeah, we do bookkeeping, payroll, tax planning. Well, someone with an elite sales mindset, an elite accountant will say you, right? What you should be saying is, look, remember, they've just said I've been overwhelmed. You say what's causing the most stress right now specifically. What's causing the most stress right now specifically? You got to have that cat-like curiosity, right? And that question changes the entire conversation psychologically because now the owner feels understood instead of sold, okay? Let's go to Module 3. Module 3, write this down. Accountants don't sell services, they sell relief. Accountants don't sell services, they sell relief. Tax preparers don't sell services, they sell relief. It's the same thing, right? This right here is advanced psychology. Business owners are not buying bookkeeping. Look, they're buying mental relief, okay? They're buying organization. They're buying confidence, time back, profitability, control, all the things that matter. The elite skill is helping them emotionally see life after the problem is solved. I'll say it again. The skill you have to perfect is helping them emotionally see life after the problem is solved. So write down in bold capital letters, I will not explain features. I will stop explaining features. Write that down. It's huge. Why are you doing that? I don't know why. It's why you're losing deals. Okay? They already know. I can't explain that enough. You have to sell the transformations. It's so simple once you start doing these things. Comment below once you start making sales off my videos. It's truly beautiful. I love seeing it. I love hearing the stories. The next thing, section 4 or module 4. I always do that. Call module sections. To me, it's the same thing. Whatever. Anyway, the tonality. Write this down. The tonality mistake that destroys trust. What is it? The tonality mistake that destroys trust. There's a lot of things that go on, okay? Especially with accountants and tax preparers. You're so smart, okay? Well, that translates into how you articulate and how you communicate, okay? So what you cannot do is sound too logical, too nervous, too transactional, too eager for the sale. Look, high-level advisors sound calm under pressure, slow, certain, relaxed, clear, because certainty transfers emotionally, and if you sound uncertain, the business owner becomes uncertain. So it's just a transfer of emotion. If you're shy, if you're around shy people, just notice how you start to feel shy. It's a really weird thing. Well, the same goes for being eccentric. You're around someone who's eccentric and got great charisma, you're smiling all the time, those kinds of things. So uncertainty is the same thing. So sales is a transfer of emotion. If I'm uncertain, the business owner becomes uncertain. Let's go to module 5. Why logic alone never closes high-level clients. Why logic alone never closes high-level clients. This is where elite sales psychologically comes in. Look, people justify with logic, but they move emotionally. A business owner might logically understand bookkeeping, but emotionally still feel scared to trust someone, embarrassed about their finances, overwhelmed, uncertain about change. Where elite accountants know how to uncover emotional truth underneath business conversations. So look at it like this. If I am too logical with this person, then when we're going over the numbers, they're going to be too logical. Well, too logical, even though you can show them ROI and sell the transformation, which is definitely going to help you, that's all emotional. So, but my whole point is, if they're logical down when you're going over the numbers, they're more likely going to say they need to think about it, okay? So, becoming emotional is huge, and you know how to uncover the emotional truth. Just look for the why. Why are they experiencing pain? What is going on inside of the business that has caused them to be on the phone with me today? Those are the reasons, and I need to go in layers with why they're on the phone with me today, and then tailor your presentation to that. So at the end of the day, if you do those things early on, you shouldn't ever get I need to think about it. So anyways, boom, here's the real reason they say I need to think about it. They're usually one of these 4 things psychologically. They're to themselves saying, I'm still uncertain, I don't fully trust you yet, I don't clearly see the transformation, I feel pressure instead of leadership. So when I say things about leadership and sales, you should put your consultative hat on and guide them through the journey of the conversation. Lead them with the value and the outcome of working with you, and that will really help you significantly change. That's the real game. So the accountants making the most money, guys, remember, they're not always the smartest technically, but they're the ones who can communicate what they can do, communicate the outcome the best. So just work on communication. That's literally all you have to work on. Communicate certainty, understand psychology, lead emotional conversations, simplify complexity. They don't understand what you're talking about at all, literally. So the dumber you sound, the better. Just remember that. And make business owners feel safe. That's what separates a technician from a true advisor. So, anyways, what is the next step for you? It's to like and subscribe. Then go to Universal Accounting Center and buy a certification. Take your business to the next level. And if you're watching this and you're entrepreneurial spirited, what are you doing? Go and start a firm. It's the cheapest startup in the world, like literally. And we give you coaches to help you out. So I'll see you in the next video. Look forward to seeing you at GrowCon someday. If you don't know what GrowCon is, figure it out.